Months ago, you made a choice on your own. You stepped back from something or someone. You stood your ground and you weren't swayed by what others said. It felt like nothing at the time, but the truth is, it's the reason you're safe right now, and you're about to find out how. The win already happened. You just haven't been told yet. This reading is meant for a specific someone who needs to hear it at this time. Let's get into it. At the back of the deck, we have the Hermit. Some months ago, you pulled yourself out of a situation. Maybe you stopped chasing an answer from a person who kept dodging you. Maybe you stopped explaining yourself to a group of people. Maybe you stepped off a project or stopped putting money into something that only ever went one direction. And people around you read that as you giving up or you revealing a side to you they never knew existed. And you've been going back and forth on it ever since. Some days you're sure you did the right thing, other days, usually late, you run the whole thing again and land on it being your fault, but it wasn't. You were listening to the part of you that already knew weeks before you had a single piece of proof. You also went quiet afterwards, stopped answering things, kept your plans small, let people think you were just busy. That wasn't you hiding out of shame or whatever you've been telling yourself. You needed the room to think. So let this be the end of the arguing with yourself. The quiet months weren't wasted and they weren't a punishment. They were you working something out that nobody else could work out for you. You already made the decision. What you did next is the part that actually saves you. And it may seem boring on the outside. You chose the slow option. You took the smaller amount instead of the promised bigger one. You chose the modest, smallest option and let go of the promising big one that comes with strings attached. You kept paying into something small and steady while people around you were making noise about a faster route. But you didn't gamble. You decided to build instead. There is a version of you that thinks being careful is the same as being scared. Careful is why you've got something to stand on right now, while a couple of people you know are standing on nothing. For some of you, there is an older man in this. Someone steady with money. This could be a dad, an uncle, a former boss. And something he told you years ago is the reason you did it that way. For others of you, there is no man at all in this. It's just you refusing to be rushed. The thing to watch out for is an account, a policy, a savings account, a pension you set up and then basically ignored. Whatever it is, don't ignore it. It will be a great help for you in the future. A situation you're in is about to get looked at by a person whose job is to look at things properly. This could be a manager, an accountant, an HR person, a solicitor, someone who works for the government. This could be in your work in regards to a position or a promotion, or in regards to paperwork, such as a visa or an important document. A conversation has already happened that you don't know about. Two people discuss the situation you are part of, and the outcome will be good. Watch for a request that arrives in writing, official wording, a form, a reference, a confirmation of dates. Answer it plainly, don't over-explain or apologize. This is the card where the work you already did starts paying you. There is a skill you picked up at some point and never made a fuss about. This could be a qualification, a system you learned, a way of doing something properly that you got taught by someone who did it properly. You've been treating it like it's not important, but it's about to be the reason you get picked. Here's the hidden part. You're being watched by people you can't see. And I mean that in a good way. Someone has been quietly assessing the standard of your work for a while now, and they haven't told you because they weren't finished deciding. They're nearly finished. The verdict is good. In the next 6 weeks, you are brought into something small and specific. 3 or 4 people working on one piece of work, and you are wanted for the exact thing you're best at, not as the extra pair of hands. Take that role and only that role, because you've got a habit of accepting one job and ending up with 4. Watch for someone naming a small detail in something you made or organized, the bit most people skip. When they mention it out loud, that's not just a compliment. That's a decision being made about you. You didn't get lucky, you got good months ago, and the room is finally catching up. You're carrying way too much, in the way where you're the one who remembers the appointments, the renewal dates, the birthdays, who owes what, which person needs checking on. Nobody handed you that job. You just became the one who holds it. And you've been doing it tired. That's the bit people miss. The end of this is closer than it feels, and it comes off you in pieces rather than all at once. First piece arrives soon. One recurring obligation ends. A course finishes. A payment plan hits its final months. A person moves out. A job someone else was meant to do finally gets done by them. Look at the things in your life that already have an end date written on them somewhere. One of those dates is nearer than you think. Second thing here, someone in your house or your family has noticed you're at your limit and hasn't said it. They are working out how to take something off of you without making you feel like they think you can't cope. Let them. When the offer comes, don't say you're just fine, but name the burden you want taken off of you. There is a person who has not been on your side, and the good news is you already handled them without knowing it. They are close to your situation, friendly to your face, and you've come away from conversations with them feeling slightly off in a way you kept explaining away because they never do anything you could actually point at. That off feeling was accurate every single time. What they wanted was for you to stay inside the arrangement that you stepped out of because it was serving them. Your pulling back cost them something big. That's the real reason for the strange energy ever since. Watch for this, it's specific. This person is going to tell you something that doesn't match a thing they told you before, such as a different date, a different name, a different version of who suggested what. Don't correct them and don't argue, just note it, because within a few weeks, a second person hands you the other half of that story without meaning to. Don't cut them off yet. There is information you still need, and right now, they are the one holding it. And don't tell them your next move either. Not about money, not about work, not about the one about where you're going to live. You've got a habit of being honest with people who haven't earned it. There is someone with masculine energy in this, and they haven't been paying attention to the right thing, which is why what's coming catches them off guard. For some of you, this is a partner. For others, it's a brother, a father, an ex, or someone you work with. However they are, they had an opinion about the decision you made months ago, and their opinion was that you were being difficult or dramatic or too cautious. They might not have said it to your face. They are one of the people your decision now covers. That's the part I find satisfying in this, because the thing they thought was you overreacting is the thing protecting them now. And they are going to acknowledge it. Over the next 5 weeks, expect a document to arrive that either confirms what you're owed or closes something you assumed would drag on for another year. For some of you, that's an email with an attachment you will need to actually open. For others, it's a proper letter, envelope, your name, and a reference number at the top. Read it twice, then save a copy somewhere that isn't your phone. There is also a message you keep rewriting in your head. Send the plain version. No preamble, no long explanation of why you're only writing now. The short one gets a real response. A lot of you will be dealing with this stuff late at night, after everyone's gone to bed, because that's the only time your head is quiet enough to think. That's fine. Just don't send anything after midnight. Write it, sleep on it, and send it the next day. Someone who owes you a reply is about to send it. It's been long enough that you'd stopped expecting it, but it will arrive anyway. Something is shifting where you work and in your money situation. A restructure, a new person arriving, a client changing terms, a contract quietly coming up for renewal. And there is a version of this where someone assumes you will accept whatever is put in front of you. Read the terms, specifically the part near the end about notice or hours, or what happens if things change. That's where the bit you won't like is sitting. Worded so it doesn't sound like anything. Ask one question in writing and let the answer exist on record. That's the entire strategy, and it's enough. Now, the part I want you to keep, you are not the underdog here. You've been thinking of yourself as the one scrambling to catch up while everyone else has it figured out. But they don't. You are the one who moved early, quietly, months back, while the rest of them were still talking about it. The result just haven't arrived yet, but the decision already happened and you already won it. Let's get more messages with the charms and dice. Your social life is changing shape, and it's a good change. The butterfly says you've outgrown something. So if a couple of connections quietly fall away, that's just the growth happening. Expect a social invite. Someone with the letter E in their name is part of this new circle. There is an issue you've left sitting. The bicycle means you keep pedaling on this one. Small, steady effort. It doesn't sort itself in one big push. A Gemini with the letter C in their name is tangled up in it. Watch for them, saying one thing and doing another. The apple is about health and it's a nudge. Your sleep or your eating has slipped while you've been handling everything else. Fix that first. You're protected right now, especially around money and love. The heart coin covers both. So think about shared costs or someone spending on you. The Tree of Life says this has long roots, not a quick win. You are about to experience a lasting one. The dolphin is help arriving without you having to ask for it. A Sagittarius with the letter F in their name is genuinely on your side. Watch the next 1 to 5 weeks. That's all I have for you. I hope you found this reading insightful. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. It will mean the world to me. I love you and see you in my next reading.